This week's parsha is Tavo, and in it, when we first begin, we learn about the mitzvah of bikurim, of bringing the first fruits from the land of Israel to bring it up to the holy place, and it's designated to God. And when we bring these first fruits, we're told to first we make a little synopsis. We talk about our history as a Jewish person, and we start all the way from Arami Oved that an Armenian tried to destroy our forefather. He had to go down to Egypt, where we were afflicted, where we were saved by God with his great hands and his wonders. And God promised us the land, and we entered the land. And here we are in the land that God promised us with the fruit it produced, and we are bringing it up to God. A whole history, a little history. And then after we do this, we're told that, and you will be samachta, you will be happy. And then after that, we're told that we go into this whole confession, but not a confession of things that we've done wrong, but a confession of everything that we've done right, that we set aside the foods that we were supposed to, we didn't eat what we weren't supposed to, we followed in God's commandments and took care of the widow and the orphan and the stranger in the land, and we've done everything that God asks. And then I found the most fascinating part. It says when they're talking about that, it says that I have listened Bikol Hashem Elokai. I've listened to my God, not God. It says my God. And then it goes on to say, Asiti kachol asher tzivitani. I've done all that God commanded me. Hashkifa mim'om kadshecha min hashamayim uberach et amcha et Yisrael et ha'adama asher natata lanu kasher nishbata lavotenu eretz zavat chalav udvash. God, I've done everything that you, my God, has asked from me. Now bless our people. Bless our people that they should have all this fruitful the land and everything the land should be blessed and the people should be blessed. So I want to look at that and discuss it for a minute because I love it. I love the whole concept. I think it teaches us some very important things. First of all, obviously there is an attitude of gratitude, very popular nowadays, right? We're bringing the first fruits to God because we greatly appreciate and acknowledge that it is only through God's hand that not only do we have these fruits, but he brought us into the land and he blessed the land and he had these fruit grow. And so we give the first, before we do anything, we take that time to acknowledge that everything is from God. Yes. But then when we bring it up and we go back and talk about our whole history till we got here, because everything in life is only meaningful in its context. And it's not just that you happen to grow fruit because you need to eat and it's a practical thing. There's a whole chain of events that got us here today. There's so much meaning and value why we're in this land, why we grew these fruits, and that we acknowledge everything from not just the last generation, but from way back to the beginning. We understand who we are as a Jew. But then it's not just important to understand, okay, that happens to be what you were born into as a Jew, but we're renewing this covenant that God made when he told Abraham that he's going to bring us into land flowing with milk and honey. We're taking our part in that. We're taking our part in actualizing that. When we're in this land of fruit and milk and flowing with milk and honey, and we come and we acknowledge and admit and speak about this event with actual fruit from the land, it's a kricha. It's that's what it calls it in the Chumash. It's and when you uses the lashon of lakach, it's the same language that it uses in a betrothal and a marriage that a man takes a woman. It shows a commitment. We are recommitting to God when we do this, when we have taken his fruit and give it back to him, it's showing that we're renewing our covenant, that we're still in actively in this relationship, that we didn't just happen to be born Jewish people and just happen to be in the land. But this is meaningful, this is value, and we want to continue. We want to continue that covenant that he promised to Abraham of our own volition, not just out of happenstance. And when we do all this, it really does bring joy. Eating is just eating to sustain a life. But when you eat and it has meaning and value, and you share, you come up to the land, your land, enjoy, and you share with people that don't have, it's in the holiest place in the world. There's no more meaning and value to everything that you're doing, to all that hard work you put into, is not just so that you can eat, but it has a deeper meaning, a deeper value. It's part of who you are as a Jew. It's part of who you are, part of the nation. And then when we tell God, we kept all the mitzvahs you commanded me, we're acknowledging that these are mitzvahs you didn't just give, in the desert to a whole group of people fleeing from Paro, but you gave these mitzvot to me, and I am keeping them. And because I kept these mitzvot for you, my God, in this relationship that we have, now you look down and you bless these people because they're also my people, and I've done my part, and you made me a part of this nation. And then it becomes your right to ask God. It's not chutzpah. God wants you to look after other people, and you can ask because you've done your part as a part of the nation. And so you merit that God should pay attention to what you're asking for the other people. And in your merit, that helps to go a long way to supporting the people and to keeping them sustained with everything they need. And it's such a beautiful concept. It's so amazing and it has so much value. And I feel eternally blessed for being here and for being a part of that. And we're coming into the Shemitah year, which I used to be a little bit afraid of because it's a little scary. You don't want to do anything wrong, but it reminds me of the beauty of everything, the meaning of everything, and the value. Um, and I couldn't ask for a better place to be. With that, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom from the Holy Land. Signing out.